Hi guys, today's video is going to be a video that a lot of people want me to do, and that is a political rant on the greenbelt. Now, you're all going to switch off and go, oh my goodness, he's having a rant. A meaningless rant on YouTube. He's angry. Well, I am angry today, but that's not the reason this video. But it's got me in a good mood for doing ranty videos because I'm not feeling very well at the moment, and that's where I'm leaving that. But I'm in the mood for doing ranty, shitty videos. So, building on the green belt then. Now, this is not a for or against. It'll say that in the description, but I wanted to do this on a vloggy point because everybody's asking me to do vlogs on things that upset me about the green belt, and since I've worked for a phone company as well as a marketing company and a building company and all the rest of it. And one of the questions that people are asking me is, the green belt, why you bought land and why are you building on the green belt? That's going to fuck things up, isn't it? It's going to screw things up for everybody. No, it's not, right? The council say you can't invest in green belt, right? However, the council have already invested half their money in the greenbelt. It's these environmentalists, right? Not the flat earth people, and not the Green Party, which I'm going to talk about the Green Party because they're a great party. They're not, people think basically, people think they're bullshitters, but they're not. No, the bullshitters are the people who go, well, the green belt should just be left alone and nobody should build on it. Okay, well, where the fuck shall they build? You want people to build on dirt cheap land? Because that's all there is left. You've got the dirt cheap land where people are building on in dips, where you have, in fact, there are floodplains, and in fact, people are building on floodplains, and this is where people are saying, where's the dirt cheap land? Well, the dirt cheap land is where there's dips, so where the land dips down, that's where your dirt cheap stuff is. And you don't want to be building on dirt cheap land, because when you build on dirt cheap land and we get rain, trust me, we get plenty in England, we get plenty of rain. When we get plenty of rain and we get flash floods, well, if you've built a home or a business or whatever on there, that's going to get destroyed. Yes. And yes, there is insurance coverage, right? There are costs which are covered by water damage, right? But it's getting that water damage fixed. And once the water damage fixed, what happens when, you can't trust the weather, okay? So when you've built on poor land, you're more likely to get floods. And, it's not just water damage, but also you've got all the sewerage, all the damp, stinky water. You've got all the stagnant water which goes in when it's a flood. And where we are in Southport, we get plenty of stagnant water. And when that goes in, that really screws up everything. So, basically, if you're looking for dirt cheap land, that's where you'll find it. Another thing to note, right, and why I researched a couple of years ago, is that, you know, even the good places, like really good fields, are in places where you wouldn't want to build the place because the field's too good. And so the only places you can build at the moment is on the greenbelt. And the only way that you can get your land a bit cheaper is if you say you're going to put some livestock onto it. Horses, cows, sheep, that sort of thing. I've said, because I actually do know some horsey people, I've said, I need it for grazing land for my sister or whatever. I've tax dodged that way, and that's how I'm going to get some. The land we've actually got it's not cheap, and it's not going to be cheap to build on, but it's an argument. It's a three-way argument. It's between us, the people we've got the land off, people who own the greenbelt, and the council. Now, we've not come towards the council yet. We're trying to avoid them if we can, because you want to avoid Seften Council. They have very weird ways of doing things. I told you this was going to be a political video from the get-go. The moment you start mentioning Seften Council, it becomes political. And as well, we would have to go through Bootle. Quite literally go through them. Everything that gets done through Bootle Town Hall. And everybody says it doesn't. You know? It goes, all the articles, it goes from the north of the borough to the middle and goes through to the south of the borough. And then if this place does well, it goes there. No, what it does is it goes straight from one place to the other. They use the north, mid and south as complete excuses. But anyway, I was on the cabinet when we discussed the greenbelt, and I was all for building on the greenbelt. I'm all for businesses going on there, not houses. We've got enough freaking houses. You know, if people want to build houses, they should get the money themselves and do it. They should all they should apply for is the land. We need more land to grow stuff on. We need more land for animals to graze on. We do not need more freaking houses. And Sefton Council, they'll go, here's a bit of land. They don't care how crap it is or how good it is. You know, I mean, I don't give a lot of thoughts onto the town because, you know, nobody cares. Nobody cares that there's dodgy paving, that some elderly person's going to trip on. Nobody cares that there's dodgy tarmac that needs fixing. The roads completely freaking disgrace. The streets aren't, you know, need proper cleaning. Litter is an issue. And that fly tipping is an absolute disgrace. Absolute abomination. and we need to throw money. Like, I think Southport Hospital, it's getting better, but it needs to get better all the time. It needs to. There's always room for improvement. Doctors' surgeries need more support. I read about doctors' surgeries. A lot of them are just private houses. That are, just private houses. They don't get the things that they should do. They don't get the aircon that they need, or whatever, posh, whatever they need. And I think they should. Because the doctor's surgeries have to fork out a lot of their own money. They have to pay their own receptionists. Nobody tells you what really goes on. You read the paper and you know little bits and pieces. But seriously, there's a lot of doctor's surgeries that are suffering because they haven't got the things they need. They haven't got the right PPE. It's going to all the big trusts. But it's not going to these little practices that could do it. You're saying, your GP's doing nothing. GP's trying to do what they can. They're going out into the community. They're doing, I'm so glad I'm staying in now. It would thunder when I'm doing a YouTube video. I'm so glad I've not got my steel toe cap boots on. Anyway, back to the green belt, because that's what this video is about, not about doctor surgeries that are suffering. But I am building a shopping complex on a piece of land which goes towards the green belt. Now, when I bought this piece of land, I thought, great, I can build on it. And the person said to me, you do know that part of this land is green belt. And I was like, what do you mean it's green belt? You're talking for your freaking arse. And they said, no, it's this land is green belt. You can't, you do this, and this. Here's the policies out for the land. So I thought, well, I'm not paying more. I'm going to stick some horses on it. And so on and so forth. Because otherwise, I'm completely screwed. This is the storm we needed the other day. That would have cleared my head. but yeah, and I just said, I'll build on the green belt. I'll have all these horses on the green land and stuff. But they know there's going to be a shopping complex, but it's just going to be a bit of an ummy and ahhry situation. I also wanted to talk about 5G masts as well while we're here. A friend of ours who's got the yard, I won't say the name because there's only pretend masts, but still we want to protect and serve. We stuck some 5G masts and they're not, they've been erected, they're there, they just haven't been powered up. So there is a mast that's been erected there, but they're not turned on. And it might mean that we don't turn them on because for a good while we wait for approval before we can say, yeah, we can turn the masts on. And even when we do turn the masts on, we're going to have to do it very discreetly because they've got livestock there, and we these 5G masts, they came in at a very good time. They came in last year when everybody was worried about 5G networks. And with XCOM being on a 5G network, with us being, because it's our mast, we said, look, the contract here, and we've now said, you're on a contract, you can take them down in 2 years. They probably won't. They'll probably say, cause up a fuss saying, why have we left that there? But anyway, we're waiting for approvals and it's a lot of mess. But you guys ask for political stuff. You really do. And because you guys ask for political stuff, I can give the political stuff. I can talk about the greenbelt. I can talk about the 5G masts. I can tell you that 5G is not going to harm anybody the way that they think it's going to harm people. What's going to harm people is people's data getting used. That's what's going to harm people. The way that proprietary and non-proprietary systems, the free software movement is now moving in very harshly. And so yeah, and I didn't want to make this video, but I thought I'll make a video because I was going to make a video anyway. And I'm going to make a video later on for somebody answering like a few questions on something a little bit more exciting than this video. I did a Creative Thoughts yesterday, and I probably mentioned this whole greenbelt thing, but anyways, I'm also waiting on a couple of meetings because we're doing things very differently in the next couple of days. In fact, no, tomorrow, doing things very, very differently. I'm in a phone meeting tomorrow to explain to people the whys and the whys nots. I'm also doing a request this weekend. I'm doing a request. I'm doing a video before the Lazy Sunday video. Answering questions on cyber clans, but I'm also going to do a video after this which you will enjoy because it's going to be a more better video than this one. So I hope you've enjoyed this one, and if you haven't, you don't have to hit the like button, but the next video is going to be some more exciting news, so tune in for that. And I'm really sorry if I've had to be in this ranty mood.
On notification. WhatsApp. 18 minutes ago. Analyze. Microphone. Voice message. Mic trigger.